CyberTruck leaked theories discussed. Yeah, there was some heated discussions about the inside information I got in regards to the CyberTruck and the Semi, so why don't we go ahead and address some of those. I'm Brian. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. A quick thanks to newest patron, Bob, and upgrading patron, Pavel. Thank you guys so much for your decision to support and continue supporting the channel. That makes it a lot easier to keep going. So I'm not going to show sources on all of these because it would be a little rude to do so, since some of them came from off-platform. There were discussions on other sites, and a lot of misinformation abounded. So let's start easy. All these rumors are bogus. No, they're not bogus. They're just unconfirmed. These are verified employees sharing what they know or think they know. And I verified that they're actual employees, so that's why they qualify as rumors. That's why the title said rumors, right in it. Until it happens, nothing is set in stone. Even Elon's own words are subject to change. Carbon wrapping motors makes no sense. Well, it does though. It does for a few reasons. It allows for smaller, lighter motors with fewer atoms. Fewer atoms are easier to build, easier to ship, easier to get parts for. And so the good news there is you can make more of them for the same amount of money. And what's the benefit? The only benefit is that they can spin faster. Yeah, so gear them down. Gear them down. The same motor at higher RPMs will give you more torque, more horsepower. So when it comes to the Plaid Model S, it can go 200 miles an hour. I don't advise that. The Cybertruck, I hope, is not geared to go 200. If you geared it down to 100, you get twice the bang for your buck. But you could gear it at 150 and still finish your quarter mile at maximum speed. There's a benefit to that. You get more punch from a smaller motor going faster. One comment I really enjoyed was, carbon sleeves can't be the bottleneck. I tend to agree with that. It seems unlikely, but I am telling you what we were told. Well, Elon said the quad motor is going to come first. I believe Elon over some random employee. Yes, but Elon said that back in December, when the new EV tax credit bill at the time was dead. The new EV credit is in place. That changes everything. There's a good reason you would want to do it. So everything is fluid. Again, even Elon's own words. Dual motor makes no sense. There were a lot of variations on this theme. Well, it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense because, well, first of all, we know the single motor has been put on hold, leaving only 2, 3, and 4 model variants. So the tri-motor was supposed to be $70,000. That's a tough sell. You know, right now, with inflation, Elon has made it very clear that the Cybertruck pricing has not been finalized. That suggests it's definitely going to be higher than what was announced in 2019. So what could happen is the new dual motor could be 70,000 or 72. So it would take the place, it would just move up one notch in pricing to what the old tri-motor was. I think that'd be reasonable. And if it's at 72,000 and you made a reservation a long time ago, your FSD is 7,000. There you go. 79,000. You're under the cutoff for the EV credit. It doesn't make sense as much to make a bunch of $110,000, even $100,000, even $90,000 models if buyers are going to get shortchanged on the EV credit. So that $77,000 Cybertruck Dual with FSD, basically the EV credit gives you your FSD upgrade for free. And if you don't get it, it drops the price of the Cybertruck down to $65,000, which is quite reasonable. Barely over what you'd have been paying for a dual motor anyhow. It makes a lot of sense. And another thing to think about on that is Building the motors is work. The casing, of course, is very easy, but sourcing all your magnets and winding all your wires, that's a challenge. And that could be the bottleneck, especially when you consider if they ramp to 5,000 trucks a week, that's 500,000 extra motors they need to build over the course of a given year. Certainly, it breaks down weekly in a similar manner. One comment that was a bit confusing was they would lose the four-wheel drive market. I'm not sure how that works. Tesla already makes all-wheel drive vehicles, which only have 2 motors, or 3. And yes, all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive are a little bit different technically, but most four-wheel drive pickups on the market have 1 motor. It's a big old gasoline boy in the front, which is how that works, so not sure how a dual motor would fail to address that need. Tesla has very good traction control, as most EVs do, so I think it would be a very adequate replacement for independent four-wheel motors. Elon said it would be out in 2021, and it didn't come out. Why should we believe anything he says? Okay, that's fine, but, my sources are only as reliable as what they're told. So, one of the comments actually went a little sillier and said, he said it would come out in 2019. Well, the unveiling was in November of 2019, and I'm reasonably confident no one said it would be out the next month. But, yeah, he said it would be out in 2021, and it wasn't. And why is that? Well, there was the global crisis that kind of threw a wrench into everything. A lot of the in-person engineering could not be done. It had to be done at home, if at all. A lot of the fabrication for early testing could not be done. So that put everything on hold. There was a massive supply chain disruption. Parts and everything kind of got suspended, I guess you could say. So, yeah, it's difficult. There's also the matter that the plan has always been to build it in Texas. And the original plan for Texas was to build it out in 3 separate phases. But then they did a $5 billion round of fundraising, followed shortly after by another $5 billion round of fundraising, and the plan shifted to just build the whole factory at once. Now you spread out your resources a bit. Design creep is very challenging. But the other thing is that the Model Y demand really caught them off guard. They knew it would be big. They hoped it could become maybe even the best-selling car in the world, but it looks like that's going to happen this year. So it was a kind of easy choice for them to divert sales to their proven, very high-margin vehicle and just bang that out in 4 separate factories. This is clickbait. So the next couple are all about this. And if you don't care about this, you can click away now. How's that for clickbait? No, it isn't. It isn't. These are rumors from verified employees, and I have labeled them as such. I have qualified them. I have told you how valid these claims are. I've been clear about the source and veracity all along. You can take it or leave it. But the truth is, all of this information is up in the air. Even Elon's words are up in the air. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. And this isn't clickbait. CyberTruck and Semi, inside scoop. That's it. That's what I promised. That's what I gave you. Calling it clickbait is very frustrating because it isn't. So let's look at the next one, because it's where it gets a little more insulting. I'm not going to click on anything from My Tesla Anything on YouTube to bloat my feed with Tesla spam channels, and there are millions of them. This rumor, fan fiction, is 100% false, not because they won't produce the Dual first, but because they explicitly state the first 500,000 units of production. There's no way anyone at Tesla had already decided what they would produce for the next 2+ years. I would expect they are trying to calculate if they can produce for the first 6 months and adjust from there. So a bunch going on here, my very angry friend. This isn't fan fiction, unless you're calling employees fans, which I guess is fair. Maybe they are. But they state explicitly the first 500,000 units of production. Yeah, that's called a guideline. when you work at a place, sometimes they tell you what the guidelines are. If you're going to make something up, that would be a very weird one to make up. It's quite possible that they said, this is what we're planning on. Because they know everything is fluid. Everything can change. Everything does change. There's no way anyone at Tesla has decided. Right, but there's guidelines. So, I don't know what to tell you. And as for the millions of spam channels, my friend, I agree. I agree. But this isn't one of them. And you would know that if you had watched the video. Because inside scoop, that's not spam, my friend. That's just a video. And yeah, millions of spam channels. I can agree with that. But how many of them have made 500 plus videos across the live and condensed channel, the live and pre-tape channel, spanning 2 years? You know, it takes years to get inside sources. They're not perfect. They're not infallible. Elon himself is not infallible. And if the name of the channel is what's putting you off, My Tesla Weekend, that's a you problem. Because I can't fix that, and I don't intend to. You know, Tesla Daily is the definitive resource for news and a lot of things Tesla related, and SpaceX and boring, all things Elon Musk. He's got Tesla in the name, and if you're going to argue that he is clickbait, or that he is somehow not valid, or that he is somehow a spammer, I will disagree with you. It's among the few channels that I routinely watch every single video. So, if your problem is in the name, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I think that is a good way to lose a lot of supporters, since Elon himself said the quad would be first, but I also think that anyone that knows and would be willing to tell a YouTuber like Brian is crazy. The whole concept is fishy to me. I can't imagine Elon being willing to go 2 years building the middle line truck. I could see him splitting production. So, if you think that one of the 100,000 employees at Tesla, more specifically 2 of the 100,000 employees at Tesla, wouldn't talk to me, your command of statistics is lackluster. Let's put it that way. So, again, employees can only know what they're told. It's possible that they were given bad information. It's possible they were given incomplete information, and they tried to fill the gaps. It's possible they were lying to me. Kind of upsetting a little bit there, I guess I would say. I was crystal clear about who my sources were, as clear as I was allowed to be. And so, you know, it's just frustrating. That is the main reason Elon shifted to AWS and the quad motor trim. From the get-go, CyberTruck has been intended to be a disruptive pickup. Elon doesn't want or intend to come off as second best for a microsecond. Tesla has been way out in front in every category since it began making vehicles. This is why I think the quad will still be first, and that it will have every bell and whistle Tesla can come up with and be priced very competitive with the other trucks, if for no other reason than to declare its superiority in the BEV space. And I agree with a lot of that. It could very well be the case. But I'm not going to change the information I was given, because that would be dishonest, and that would give you worse information than what is available to me. And I think that would be a really lousy thing for me to do, and I don't think you'd want me to do that, honestly. I cannot imagine how My Tesla Weekend wasn't thinking about this when he reported the news he reported. If all he wanted was clicks, there are other ways to achieve that without destroying his credibility and common sense at the same time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Okay, so let's look at my first Cybertruck video. Cybertruck costs half, and here's why it really does with the math at the end. 28,000 views. This video's been up for almost 2 years, 28,000 views. So if you're suggesting that good content is all it takes to get clicks, you're insane. You are not thinking rationally, my friend. That's not how it works at all. And what did I do? Where's the clickbait? Again, Cybertruck and Semi, inside scoop, rumors from the inside. That's it. That's the whole thing. I am telling you what I was told, and that's it. So, don't do that, I guess. And I eschew clickbait to the extreme. I made a video about this recently. 500 videos. 500 videos over almost 2 years. And only 17,000 subscribers. And why is that? I could have gotten so many more if I just resorted to clickbait. But I didn't, because I hate it. I hate it myself, and I don't want to do it. This gives me much higher quality viewers who ask really great questions instead of, you know, people who love clickbait. So for example, again, my headline was CyberTruck, my thumbnail said CyberTruck and Semi Inside Scoop. And and you want to see what clickbait would look like? I went ahead and made it for you to show you. I know how to make clickbait. I just don't do it. You won't believe it. Which comes first? No! Crazy face Elon. With a picture of a truck that is not coming first. That's clickbait. That video would have got me 50,000 views, but I'm not going to do it. Because I would also upset the viewers that I find to be the most insightful and valuable. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. So when you say that I'm doing clickbait, I can tell you what I know, which is that you probably didn't watch the video and you're probably not familiar with the channel. So let's get on to my absolute last and absolute least favorite comment. Well, one way to increase clicks is to release the same video under different names repeatedly. As I said, I won't click on it to make YouTube think I want to see it. But yesterday I searched for Tesla Cybertruck and I got the video in question multiple times under My Tesla Weekend, My Tesla Live, My Tesla Blank. He's a spam poster with no credibility and should be ignored. My friend, you are grossly misinformed because you didn't watch either video. And I know that because it's up twice. The video's there twice. The first one is called CyberTruck and Semi Rumors from the Inside. The second video on My Tesla Weekend is called CyberTruck and Semi Rumors from the Inside, condensed from Friday live stream on the second channel. And if you'd have watched either one of them, you'd have noticed in the first 30 seconds, I explained that it comes out twice, long and condensed. So you haven't watched either video, and that's fine. You're free to do whatever you like, my friend. But you're telling other people not to watch it. You're telling people I'm resorting to clickbait and spam when I am, to my absolute detriment, doing the opposite. I am hurting my own channel by not doing it. So I'm getting penalized for spam and clickbait without getting any benefit from spam and clickbait because I don't engage in them. So what you're doing is, and I tell you, man, I was so tempted to include this guy's name because name and shame, but that's just not who I am. But what a terrible thing to do to a stranger whose content you've never watched. I've made so many videos about Cybertruck, and I'm confident you've watched 0 of them because you don't like the name of my channel, I guess, because you assume I'm a spammer. Again, 500 videos, barely making a part-time income, putting in full-time work. What a terrible thing to do to a stranger. And I get it. You're frustrated about the Cybertruck's delays. We all are. Don't take it out on strangers, man. Don't take it out on strangers. So there will be another video coming, I assume, addressing the comments, questions, and concerns about the semi portion of the video we're discussing today. Now, that one isn't as contentious because the Butthole Brigade did not show up to poo-poo on the platter, which is cool. That one addresses actual engineering concerns and thoughts and considerations and numbers and math and stuff. So that'll be a good one, and I look forward to it. But yeah, spammy clickbait, come on, man. There are channels that put out 2-3 videos a day as a one-man show. That's spam. I spend 6-7 hours researching and producing and editing the videos. I couldn't make 3 videos in a day if I wanted to. Now, sometimes I will have 2 videos in a day because I've been working on them for 2 weeks. But that's not very common. And it's certainly not a single day's effort. So what did I miss or misunderstand? Let me know in the comments below. Leave all your thoughts and your wisdom and your juicy blind and brilliance, all that good stuff. Quick thanks as always to my Patreons who quite literally keep this going. Because I don't do clickbait. And jackwagons don't seem to understand how difficult it is to actually get traction on YouTube when you don't. But they're happy to say you do, so whatever. Whatever. So, if you made it this far, smack the like, smack the subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you gotta do, my friend. Or don't. Give it the thumbs down if you need to. YouTube counts that just the same in terms of engagement. It's weird. Yeah, so, let me know. So yeah, what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? All that good stuff. And I can't wait to hear from you, clever robots, in the next video, I guess.